Hello and welcome to Accelerate. I am Matt Stone. This is the podcast where we encourage and inspire CEOs, founders, and visionaries on their big leap journeys. We talk about the stories and strategies that will help you accelerate toward your big leap destination with purpose, humility, an open mind, commitment to growth, and recognition that the way we get there is at least as important as where we end up. And I'm so delighted that you've tuned in today. And it is August 2nd, Tuesday. Thank you for joining the podcast and continuing to recover from COVID. And I was doing some research. It looks like I ended up getting the newest variant, the BA.5 variant. Just all the symptoms are right there, the sore throat. And it's the weirdest thing. It's this is the strangest illness that I've ever had experience with. I mean, every day is truly a unique experience. So, talking to other people who've been through this and kind of so far, it's been pretty universal. So sending out well wishes to everyone else who's dealing with it or has a family member dealing with it. It's not fun. But there's some other really good things going on. And one of them is, and I just wanted to share this today. When we moved to the area, we joined, I waited until my wife joined me. She joined me several months after I moved back to the States. And for us, having a high quality, a gym that we go to has really become an important part of our well-being, both of us. And so there just weren't a whole lot of options that were great. There were a number of gyms around, but I just didn't like any of them. So I ended up settling on one of the ones I was not thrilled about, but it was okay. It was just kind of, people threw around weights and it just wasn't very clean. And it did not feel like a refuge when you went in there. And so I would go, but I was never, and I would be happy that I went when I left. I never regretted going when I went, but I would walk out of there and I would think, okay, I got a workout in, but I wasn't thinking about, it'd be nice to go, I'm excited for the next time I go, or I don't know. It just the culture of the gym did not fit with my goals, with what's important to me, and neither with my wife either. She didn't. She liked it probably a little more than me, but she wasn't thrilled with it. Again, people just didn't put back weights. They didn't clean up after themselves. It was just kind of a mess and missing equipment and things like that. And so when the notice went up on the door that the gym was closing suddenly, I was neither surprised nor depressed. And that led me to go, okay, this time we're going to do it right. And so we went a little bit further away, but we found a gym that I knew about before. It's much more expensive. And because of the distance and the expense, if it had been closer and the same price, I would have jumped at it. But it was far away. Those two things kind of put a nail in a coffin for me. Rethought it and ended up joining. And I haven't been able to go yet because I've been recovering. But my wife's been going, and she just it's a complete opposite experience there. It's clean. It's people put away equipment. They're respectful. The supplies are everything's well maintained. And I can just see from her coming back from the gym, she's a completely different person in terms of how she's feeling about the whole experience. And I think this is just a great reminder that if at all possible, to invest in environments and communities that serve us, that serve all of us, not just the equipment. It's not just about the equipment. It's about the community in which the equipment exists and what other people are using the equipment. And I think in terms of looking at a holistic approach around why you're in the gym, which is for your mind, your body, and your spirit, for all of it, that culture really, really matters. And so I'm so grateful that we made our way there. It only took a few months. things tend to work out. But if I could go back, yeah, I probably would have just joined that gym originally. Of course, now I appreciate it even more given the last experience. So we'll see. So I guess what I'm saying is, what are some things in your life, or maybe a community or something you're involved with, where it's not fully serving you, and you need to bring it into alignment with yourself, and be true to yourself with that, and feed yourself a little bit higher quality meal with that community. Maybe it's just making a change to how you approach it, or maybe it's changing the community altogether. Something to think about for this week as we all help each other accelerate toward our big leap potential. And if you're wondering about taking a big leap and you're thinking about, am I ready mentally? Is my mindset right? Take the readiness assessment at mattstone.co. Mattstone.co. Take the readiness assessment. And that could be a good next step to evaluating where you are on a big change project, whether that's leading a change project for a team or your own personal one. It'll work great for both. And of course, join me on Twitter at MattStoneCo, at MattStoneCO, where I post the announcements about all of these podcasts and increasingly other topics as well. Additional refinements and changes and exciting things are coming this year, folks, so stick around. And I'm just so grateful that you check out this podcast, that you're joining me on this journey, and I'd love to hear from you. So again, send me some messages on Twitter if you can. But until then, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day wherever you are. Bye-bye for now.